What's up, everyone? Bringing you some more Gundam Evolution gameplay today in a little bit of a different format. This will be our Week 1 match of the Crosshair Invitational League. My team, the Rizzards of Oz, up against Sotoras Too. And without further ado, let's hop right into Game 1. Starting off in Game 1 here on Mountain R&D Lab. This is going to be a best of 3. First to 2 wins does decide it. And you may have noticed that I did have some mobile suit bans listed out there at the start of the video. Each team does get 1 ban per map. It resets after a match completes, and then you can choose either the same ban or a different ban for the next match. And those bans are for both teams, so you do have to be smart about what you ban. You may want to ban something powerful like Pale Rider, what I'm playing right now, but that would ban it for both the enemy team and our team, so you may not choose to do that in order to cripple ourselves. We did choose to ban Barbados, and the enemy team chose to ban Dom Trooper. Now, Dom Trooper was probably a bit of a focus ban. They probably knew that one of our players, Castian, does mainly play Dom, so they decided to ban him out. And Dom is a strong pick, not saying that wouldn't have been a good pick either way, but I imagine they had some of that knowledge and chose that to get rid of that strong suit one of our players had access to. And our Barb ban, well, was a little bit rushed. We were kind of trying to decide at the last second before the match started what we want to ban, and we felt Barb is one of those potentially very disruptive suits to play against, but I don't actually know if anyone on Sotoras does play Barb. I know Soccer, who's currently playing the Suzawano on their team, does play a few different melee suits, but I don't know if he's a Barb player much. I know Exia and Susan are kind of the main two that I've seen him play before, and he is on the Susan right now. So that may have been a bit of a waste of a ban, but who knows? Maybe they could have pulled it out and caused some trouble for us. But either way, things have started off pretty well on point 1 here. We've already got a strong lead going into the second point. And our team comp is pretty much the usual for us. We have been kind of running Sazabi on and off. We did decide to run him here, especially combined with that Barb ban. That is one of our biggest worries when we're running Sazabi, is encountering that Barb, which can be a tough matchup for him. But without a Barb to worry about, and you know, Susan versus Sazabi, kind of up in the air. If Sazabi has help, it's not too bad for him. So we're kind of confident with it there. But we've also got B point cap now. We're kind of trying to force him up here. I'm taking a little bit of excess damage. I have to back up, drop that healing pod. I do get taken out, but the rest of my team finishes off the people who are attacking me, which means I'm a safe repair. And we're still locking down this front door here. They may want to consider taking an alternative route. We've got that burn from the Ashamar. Susan in those narrow hallways with Tri-Punisher can do a lot, especially since they do have Hyperion, but not Sazabi, so they're not going to be able to block as effectively without timing the bubble well. So it could be tough for them. We hear some things coming here. I heard a G maneuver, not actually sure what that was. He managed to finish off Guntank there, get some nice shots in Ashamar in the back. They do cap it back, so I decide to Hades here, and maybe not the best play. I'm countering their Hades, but time is running out. It may have been best to just fight over it. Either way, you see, even though we did get it back, only 4 seconds left, so a little bit of time may have ended up mattering at the end of the round, but I did have to use one of our strongest G maneuvers there to reclaim that for just a short amount of time. So coming into A point, we will only have the Gundam G maneuver and the Ashamar punch, with Susan coming online relatively soon. And they've got the better position here with the high ground. I do want to ideally be up there, but since I kind of came in from the under area, not sure if I want to stick with Sazabi. This Pale gets a little out of position. Take him out for a risky repair, but their Susan cannot get on it in time. Take him out. Just poke away at that Ashamar, and at this point, I should have been rotating back high ground, but I'm a little indecisive. Yeah, I think this would have been a good moment to it. Probably a bit of a misplay by me here, but we do take out the Ashamar. As he flies over top of our Susan, he lands a Tri-Punisher on him. But time is running out, so at this point, it might be okay to stay here just to kind of contest and guarantee we have the point. We do still have a couple people up top as well, so it's not like the high ground is uncontested. Core Fighter goes up high, we do take it out. Susan goes in, here comes the Hyperion bubble. We'll stay out of that for a second, drop my repair pod. Do take out Susan, so don't have to worry about him getting that steamroll effect going with all of the armor. Now we got Ashamar punch coming in, trying to get on him. He slips past me, takes a health pack as well. Get him low, and I think there's only one left. Nope, he's already down. Guntank as well, and that is going to be a relatively quick round 1 in our favor. Alright, going into round 2, starting off at B point this time. We'll have to see if the enemy team has made any sort of adjustments. Some explosive damage coming out to start there. I think that was Pale Rider nade. Looks like they also have a Mahiru. That could be trouble. If you get an aggressive hold on B point, that could end up being pretty strong. Right now, just trying to clean up this Zaku. Nice hammer stun by our Gundam player. And getting ready to start the cap on B point. There's a few of them, I think, that stayed alive in that fight. They probably backed up to regroup. And we are able to get first cap on B point. Coming again, Exia. So they did pick that Exia, so maybe the ban on the Exia would have been better than the Barb. Especially since we didn't really want to ban Susan, because it would have affected us as well. But so far, still keeping them out. Really just don't want to let that Mahiru get set up. That explosive damage, if we get pushed back to our own staircase, will make it hard to push from the front way, at the very least. Hearing some noises from above. Don't know exactly where they're coming. Just going to fire away at the gun tank for now. Pale Rider gets a pick on Gundam, trying to fight him, but he does manage to slip away. Don't think Sazvi's going to take him out. We're getting a little bit spread out here, but we're still kind of winning the fights. I decided to jump onto the point here because gun tank was going in. Not the ideal position for me. I prefer to stay off to the side if possible, but I was worried about stopping the contest. But I think actually one of my other teammates may have been in position as well, so it may have just been better for me to chill back a little bit, because I think I took some damage from that Mahiru up top. They almost claimed the point at the last couple seconds, but he's going to remain in our hands. We're going to move right along to C point. And they've claimed high ground at the start. Once again, getting that gun tank really low though, going to have to force them to back up. Let's see if we can take it ourselves. If Mahiru nade, it does take out my repair pod, unfortunately, so I'm dropping kind of low here. Gotta make sure I can slip away before that gun tank finishes me off. And yeah, a lot of damage coming out there. We really want to push this high ground. Range Zaku's flanking as well. His nade takes out my repair pod again. I really just can't get the healing from that, but at least we do take him down. But first cap goes in their favor. They're getting some points on the board. But we're actually in an okay situation here. I think our one person who died is back alive. I take out the gun tank on high ground. Hades is available. I have to think about if I want to use it here. But right now we're doing pretty well without it. Got two of them low there. Ashmar does go down. I think Pale managed to slip away. And we're starting the recap now. Able to get almost 20% off that, but now we're in a good position to hold for the rest of it. We do have Susan G maneuver going. Not actually sure where he's at. Let's come back to the point. Didn't really want to drop down there, but I think I have time to get back to the high ground once again. Ashmark going for those napalms on the high ground. That's an effective strategy, but as long as we focus him, we're going to have to force him to back up immediately afterwards due to the damage we're putting out in that position. Ashmar goes down. I'm going to try for the repair, but now they're smartly pushing high ground once again. Got to back up. Susan goes down as well, and the point is over though, so I'm just going to see if I can slip away before they push in too much there. A couple of my teammates still straggling behind, trying to fight on that point, maybe just trying to get out alive. But I want to get the high ground position on A point as soon as I can. But right now I'm alone. There's Mahiru, Pale Rider opposite. Decide to back down, and I think we're going to have to give up that high ground for the time being. I'm starting to get healed up again. Gonna take another quick check, see how clear it is. Force Pale Rider to back up. Here comes Ashmar. I'm a little bit worried he has the punch. He's getting kind of close to me. Decided to drop down to chase a bit. I think he did actually use the punch there. Killed two of my teammates. Now Eggsy's on me. Bit of a weird spot. I'm pretty low. Only got a little bit healing from that repair pod, so I probably should have backed up. But I wanted to stay on contested point with Sazvi, and I do go down to the Exia. Here comes Hades. Here comes Z2R ult. Mahiru ult, and they used that punch just before that. I think they've used everything they have except Core Fighter, so they are going to win this fight, but they're going to be pretty low on options afterwards. But with only 30 seconds left and we're still waiting on some respawns, it's going to be a bit tough for us to get anything off of this on the retake right now. And they do have that Mahiru on the high ground, way more effective when it can spam the nades down the path we have to walk up in rather than attempting to spam onto the point when we already have it held. And these nades, yeah, they're doing damage. I'm standing in my repair pod. It still managed to survive through all this, but it does keep chipping me down. With Z2R coming in here, takes out our Z2R, tries to slip away, do finish him off. We are going to get the repair, but that is the end of A point. And a pretty good job by them. They managed to get almost up to 50%. We're going to have to see if that G maneuver deficit ends up biting them in the back here when we're coming into C point for the last point. We actually only have two ourselves. We are getting close to a couple others. They do still have that Core Fighter, I believe, as well. I don't think that ever got used. And that is the sound of it coming out right now. We're going to watch the skies for that. Pretty grouped up here, so that could be bad, but it comes in there. Relatively easy shots on it. And Mahiru once again on the high ground. I'm going to go ahead and pop Hades. Sazvi pops his G maneuver and goes in well, and he's drawing all of their attention. Get quick 3 kills there. Team retakes the point in the meantime. There are a couple shots at that Mahir, gets finished as well. Here comes Exia, get the nade, a couple more shots, and getting 4 kills out of that Hades. A really strong G maneuver there. And only a little bit of time left. We only have the Susan G maneuver available. He's probably going to pop that in a second here, just to try and keep him off the point. It's going to be tough for them to regroup before that. Get a kill on the Pale. Ashimar is not able to get on the point, and there we go. Relatively smooth first game for us, snagging the 2-0 win. And we'll see how it goes going into match 2.
This is a destruction mission.
Starting off game 2 here on Underground Command Center. As you saw, we did change our ban this time around. We did not ban Bar. We decided to go ahead and ban that Exia, but they have continued to ban our Dom. And right now we're just going to start off by holding behind the forward waypoint here on the way to the first set of bomb plants. So it looks like they've changed up their comp again. They've got a new Gundam as well as a Jim. All those new, not rocking the Mahir this time. Understandably pretty rough, I'd say, on offense on this point here, but it can work okay on defense. We also are using heavy arms this time. We did a little bit of a team swap. Swapped out, I believe, our Ashimar player for our current Sosby player, and then our previous Sosby player did switch to heavy arms for this match. So yeah, so far still just holding the waypoint. This can be tough. I've said before that the first waypoint on UCC can be a tough one to take. No one is running the snipers right now, which sometimes people like to pull out for this match. With our defensive positioning here behind the hill, I would say it makes sense not to use it on defense. They could maybe make use of it on offense. If they hold the high ground there, they would have a sight line on where I am right now, so it could work, potentially. But we do have the Sazabi, which is going to potentially block a lot. They're getting a nice nade, double kill there, cleaning up as they're trying to go for those repairs around the corner. And we got a team kill for that first kind of big fight at the waypoint. Starting off good here.
3 minutes remaining.
And 3 minutes remaining. Still a lot of time to potentially take it, but it's pretty far away, the offensive spawn from this point, so they are going to lose a bit of time each time they have to walk it all the way back over here. We'll see what they can do here on their second attempt. We're doing pretty good on the G maneuvers. Only 30% away from me and Susanoo. Just poking away to Ashimar, holding high ground. That's the spot I'm talking about there. The sniper can potentially do well. Hyperion comes in. They do drop that quick G maneuver. I think we're able to back up pretty well there, and it gets burned by Ashimar Napalm. Most of the nades most of the mines going down very fast. I'm gonna stop another repair here. Take out that new Gundam, and a couple of them are retreating out. Don't know if we killed everyone there, but once again, it's pretty much a team wipe. And we're gonna set up again, holding that same position for the next onslaught to come. Sosby needs to back up a little bit here. He does need some healing still. Want him back up to full before the next push starts. Heavy Arms getting a little bit forward position to see if we can deal some damage as they're coming in. And, you know, they can potentially get a lot of damage here if they push around the corner with Ashimar Napalm and the Jim Detonator. A lot of that burn damage. They're trying to flank here with the Pale. Spot him out, kind of force him to back up. Gundam does go down. He tried to throw out his G maneuver there. Not sure if it actually went off before he died. I think I might repair pod pretty quickly there, but we're still mostly up. Good pick on the Ashimar, but I take a lot of damage there, barely living right now. And at this point, they've got the locked down. I think they got at least one of their respawns. We decided to just give it up and go and defend the main 2 bomb points, because the last few of us died there. That could be really bad, allowing them to get a fast plant, which can be difficult to disarm, especially on this A point here on the first set of bomb plants. Now we're in our second kind of defensive position, holding this front choke. I'll have to see if they attempt to go for any flanks. They don't really have anyone built for flanking too much. I guess Ashimar would be the closest they have for it. Get a couple of heals here. I get a little over-aggressive. I saw we had the 2 kills. I think I probably should have called out that we could push in more, but I went in a little bit alone. My team does clean up the new Gundam. Might get the Hyperion as well. He does get burned by the missile pods. And we're still cleaning up a couple kills here. We may actually be able to retake the waypoint off of this. Here, a enemy Hades coming out. I'm a little far away. He gets 1 kill already. He does go down to Sosby G maneuver, so not too much damage coming out from that.
Almost completed the mission.
A couple other G maneuvers. I think there was an Ashmar punch in there. I'm going to come and just pop my Hades. This is a very scattered fight. I'm not sure if we're going to be able to get back the waypoint at this point, but time is running out either way, so as long as we can keep them distracted and prevent them from getting those plants, this is going to look good for us. Getting really low. Got one kill off it. Kind of helped get a second kill there. And then I think I heard there's a new Gundam G maneuver coming out. He's running away, trying to get to that last minute plant before the time runs out, but all of us here, including that Susan, is going to prevent that from happening. And a good round one defense. No time on the clock for the bomb plant, meaning that as long as we get those 15 seconds on the first bomb, we will get ourselves the game win. All right, round two here on the offense. Gonna see if we can make it happen and get that 2-0 win on the books for our week one match. But we also have to push past this waypoint just like they did, which is still going to be difficult. We are running a little bit different team again. We've got the Marasai coming out here, which can be good, but they do have that Jim, which means if he's out front, that's going to be a difficult target to get the hooks around. Already doing a lot of damage to me. Have to bring out my repair pod. Seeing what damage I can do, but they're holding behind the hill just like we were, so it's hard for me to get some shots. Nade there, not getting as much damage as I'd hoped. And getting poked down again. And they are actually rocking the sniper on defense, getting one kill already, so may not be a bad pick. And a few more people go down, and this fight is looking like it's not in our favor, even though we did manage to get the relay point briefly in that no one was able to spawn up in time. And I do have to back up and wait it out for the rest of my team to come back up. They also got that turn A, which of course if we kind of ball up as we're pushing around corners, he can get a lot of piercing damage on us as long as it's not blocked by a shield. Up here on the high ground, can't really do too much damage as Pale from here. I'm usually going to be able to get out before I can get a kill, but decided to just kind of draw their attention for a bit. My team comes back, maybe farm a little bit of my G maneuver. Which right now we're not going to have any of them for a while. And that Jim G maneuver charges very fast, so after them winning that first fight, he may get it up pretty quick. Another snipe though, getting our Gundam player down. Jim dives in and takes out our Z2R. Get at least one kill there, taking out that turn A. Sosby goes in, but he's really low. I'm trying back up. I dropped the repair pod here. I was trying to get up far for my teammates, but I did not realize how good of a position the defenders were there, so it ended up being really bad. I should have dropped it behind this cover here. My Marsai's chilling right now. But that is another successful defense of the first waypoint. So that sniper's actually working out pretty well for them, but you see a few of them actually went down, even though we were dying. It looks like the rest of my team kind of wrapped around, and maybe I called it too soon. Not a successful defense, because we are able to cap it now, and we're up full 6-man, meaning that it's going to be hard for them to take it back. And a few of them are still actually respawning, so we're going to see if we can get a quick bomb plant here, now that we already have the waypoint. Don't know what G maneuvers they have available. I imagine Jim mines are coming up. There's a Unicorn G maneuver. Quickly takes out our Z2R. Trying to find out exactly where he is. We get the hook on the Ashamar. He goes down. You see the beam magnum, there he is now. Get a couple headshots on him, he's down. Here comes the Jim mines. That's going to make it difficult for us to get the bomb plant. We were hoping we were able to get that after landing a couple kills there. But without an Ashmar, we're not going to have a really good option for killing those mines too quickly. Someone's trying to go for the B point plant. They are stopped, but it's looking pretty clear at A right now after getting a couple kills. Going to put that down, and this is where it's going to be tough. We have 4 G maneuvers, 5 G maneuvers available. Going to go ahead and pop the Hades. Get a quick kill there. 2 other enemies going down. And with 6 seconds left, all these G maneuvers coming up, this is going to be a tough hill to climb. Jim here barely holding on to his life, but not able to do anything about the bomb plant. And that is going to get us our second win. 2-0. That will be the set for our first week match in the Crosshair Invitational League. Great start for us. We'll have to see how it goes from here. But thank you everyone for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time.